Hello, you've reached Tuckles Gaming on another tutorial guide on Season 2, Season of the Vampire. Today I'm going to go into Vampiric powers and legendary powers that pair with my Barbarian's hardcore build. It's pretty efficient, works well, and I think you'll really enjoy this build. I will leave talent trees and Paragon powers in the description below. And yeah, let's get to it. So we got, first we go with Undying. Casting skills heal you for 2.3% life. Double this bonus when below 50% life. So the way that vampiric powers work is you spend 25 of your potent blood to upgrade a random ability on your ability bar, and then it takes 5 experience points to level up, and then the bonus will increase based on the level. I believe it is 1.5% on rank 1, but this works with Frenzy, and with my build I have over 200% attack speed, so this is a really good way to self-sustain with my build. Next, we go Resilience. You gain 1% damage reduction for each 3% life that I'm missing. This is just a safeguard for me. For hardcore, I might use a different one in non-hardcore, but this is what I'm going for right now. Then we got Hectic, which is absolutely hectic. For every 5 basic skills I cast, one of my active cooldowns are reduced by 1.5, or 2 seconds with level 3. With Frenzy, once again, 200% attack speed. This really adds up quick, pardon me. And my Barbarian is a Warcry Barbarian, so I reduce the cooldowns of my taunt, or of my shouts, every 5 attacks, which is awesome. It's huge. Next, we go into Hemomancy, and we do my attacks deal 60% of my maximum life as physical damage to nearby enemies. This works well for me because I stack life in hardcore, and it's a good way for me to get AoE damage because I am very single target heavy. And lastly, this one took a bit to grind. It's called Moonrise. You have to do the whole quest line to get it, but basically when you hit a enemy with a basic skill, you get 4% attack speed for 10 seconds, stacking 5 times. Once you reach 5 stacks, you get 80% basic skill damage, which is huge for my Frenzy build. It's absolutely massive, and you get 15% move speed, so pretty handy. And this also increases per rank. So next, for my legendary powers, I get Unstoppable with Iron Skin and damage reduction. This is a good safeguard. Whenever I deal direct damage while berserking, I deal 22% of that damage as additional bleeding over 5 seconds. Basic skills give me damage reduction. Direct damage against bleeding enemies has a chance to stun on a lucky hit. And then with my weapons, I get double the benefit on a 2-hand, so I get basic skills give me up to 60% attack speed. And then critical strikes with my core skills, which is merely what I use to extend my berserking duration, will give me 42% more attack speed for 5 seconds. So there's a legendary power that I'm hunting for right now that whenever I stun an enemy, I can deal all of that bleed damage as instantaneous physical damage, and basically this stacks with my attack speed because I can do so many lucky hits in a short amount of time that it will be significant with damage. And then eventually I will get Fists of Fury that gives me 1 to 300% damage on my next attack, which, as you can tell, will scale very well with the multi-proc system that I've built with my Barbarian. So yeah, that's my build, and then we'll go into abilities. And basically, we max out all of the shouts because of how frequently I use them. Both War Cry and Rallying Cry will heal my allies for 3% life per second while active, and both my shouts last for 7.5 seconds. So this is a good way to self-sustain through poison damage. And then I'm working on this one because I will be shouting so often that they will deal 12% less damage while they're affected by my shouts too. So early game we max double swing because double swing does far more damage than frenzy. However, once you start getting damage bonuses, you will switch to frenzy, and yeah, we get 8% damage reduction per stack of frenzy, and then there'll be a sacred unique that gives you 2 additional maximum stacks of frenzy. So that's an additional 16% damage reduction and 30% more attack speed. Strategic Rallying Cry is really important because of the sheer amount of attack speed you have. You will have maximum fortify in the matter of 5 seconds, and that's very important. So Tactical Iron Skin gives me 10% as life per second of the barrier's original amount. This is good for poison damage. Pit Fighter gives me 9% damage to close enemies because that's all I do is close damage. And then I get 6% distant damage reduction. We're going to use Duelist until I get the Frenzy Sacred Unique. And then I will eventually switch from axes to maces. And once I get that, I will have Wall Up, which is 15% more damage, and then a 10% chance to stun. Supreme Wrath of the Berserker. They buffed it actually. Now it's 50 Fury instead of 100 Fury. So you get 25% more damage, up to 100% more damage while berserking. This is a big bonus because they also buffed Unconstrained. They increased it to 60% from 25. So you can have upwards of 160% damage while berserking now. It's a huge buff. Invigorating Fury, still a great talent. Heals 9% of my max life per 100 Fury spent. Good way to self-sustain. I can already solo the Butcher doing this. And working on Paragon, working towards Paragon. I will use I will probably be using one-handed sword technique for the Fury generation because I need to replace both of these late game. Shout skills give me Fury per second, and I get Fury per second while berserking. This is a good way for me to self-sustain right now, but eventually these will be replaced. So I need to replace that with something else. And then 12% damage reduction while berserking. It's great. I have, as a hardcore build, I have over, I think, 80% damage reduction at all times. So it's pretty handy to have. This is really important for hardcore, actually. I believe that's all for now. The stats that you want to, lastly, the stats that you want to focus on is basic skill damage, close enemy damage, strength, execute chance that's the last one you want to get on your two-handers. Just helps for clearing mobs. You get fury cost reduction, max life, cooldown reduction, damage with dual wielding, lucky hit chance, and physical damage. Once again, the talent tree and everything will be dropped in the description below. Feel free to check out the description. It'll have a talent tree built for you to follow. And I hope this takes you far in hardcore. Once again, you've reached Tuckles Gaming. Make sure to follow me on Twitch TV, Tuckles Gaming. And make sure to follow my YouTube page. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.